And breaking news, a pride display at an upstate library will be removed along with all the other displays. The decision was made just hours ago at a specially called meeting held by the Greenville County Library Board. 7 News reporter Chloe Salsameda is joining us live tonight with more on their decision. Chloe?
Yeah, today's meeting lasted about 3 hours, and the board spent the first 2 hours in executive session, and many people became frustrated as they waited. But once the board returned, they discussed the future of displays in their libraries. Pride flags and rainbow signs filled the room as the Greenville County Library Board met.
What's a display? Nobody knows what a display is.
The meeting came a week after a library director told the manager of the Travelers Rest Library to take down a display that says "Read with Pride," and the manager refused to remove it. News of this sparked mixed reactions throughout the county.
I was baffled when I found out that it was controversial because it appeals to the children and also doesn't force any context on anyone. If you don't read into it, all it is a seasonal display.
When you have a child display, you're showing porn to the kids. You're telling them ahead of their maturity time that is okay.
The board's current display policy states that the selection of items to be displayed must be appropriate for all audiences. But during today's meeting, the board discussed changing it to prevent future displays from becoming controversial.
Say aye. Aye.
The board voted to take down all displays in all libraries for 90 days until the board can create a new policy that specifically outlines what can be put on bulletin boards, foyer cases, and windows.
The LGBT community deserves to feel represented here, and it's bad library governance to ask them to remove something that does not go against their policy.
Thank you.
The meeting became heated as the board called on members of the audience to speak. When Stephen Shalato's name was called, Chairman Alan Hill said Shalato would not be allowed to speak because he spoke past his allotted time during a previous meeting. Hill threatened to have Shalato removed if he continued to speak, before abruptly ending the meeting. Now, the board also discussed threats made against the Travelers Rest Library about that pride display. They will allow that library to spend up to $25,000 to pay for security there. For now, live in Greenville, Chloe Salsameda, 7 News.